Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys an end of the year reading. So this one could be a little triggering for some of you. We are going to definitely be focusing on things that we want to let go of in 2020 so we can transition into a new year of 2021 with just fresh energy. So we could be looking at toxic connections, toxic behaviors, ties that we want to break, etc. All those things can come through this reading today. It could really resonate for anybody out there. So as usual, just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. If it's starting to trigger you or bother you, or you don't want to see this type of reading, just go ahead and click off of it right now. No worries. But this beautiful Organite that I've chosen here today, this is from Michelle from Wing and Bell. This is the She Talks to Angels, Archangel Azrael Nude. Now, why am I choosing this one? Because Archangel Azrael is the angel of death and transition. And that's exactly what we're looking to do. We're looking to say goodbye to the old and hello and transition into the new. This beautiful bracelet I'm actually wearing from Rising Sun Oracle. It has a lot of the black agate in there. And so this is about transition as well. It's the All Hallows Eve bracelet. So I just felt like that energy was appropriate today. We're going to be using 3 of my decks here, my charm cards, Mystic's Midnight Oracle, and the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, all available down below. And we're just going to tap into this. It's going to be kind of a short and quick reading because we don't want to focus too much on all of this dark energy. We just want to basically get some empowering energy to encourage us to move forward into a just different, fresh energy. So let's get started. I've already pre-shuffled these, but I do want to kind of mix them up a little bit on camera. And I'm just going to basically place them down below, and we're just going to be drawing straight from the top. Perfect. So we'll put this one right here. Alrighty, let's get started. So what is our very first message and what we want to basically leave behind in 2020? Ooh, we have chair attendance. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting here is that we are basically not going to be attending a situation. We're going to let someone or allow someone to finally just basically leave our lives. Whoever is not showing up for us, we're letting that go. We're no longer going to be in attendance in a situation or an event where someone is basically not showing up in the same exact way. So any kind of empty chairs, we're going to take that as a sign. We're going to take that as a sign that maybe somebody does not want to be a part of our lives. Maybe somebody doesn't want to give the same effort that we're giving in a situation, etc. So this right here is definitely a letting go energy for me. We have corpse, remains, and fossil. Exactly, because the thing is, if you continue to sit around and wait for somebody, you could become a corpse. You could become just remains or fossilized, like a freaking mummy, frozen in time, preserved even in time. So we don't want to be a mummy stuck to that chair. We definitely don't want that. So we are leaving this behavior behind when it comes to mummifying ourselves, waiting, trying to preserve a situation, trying to perhaps hold on to something that maybe died a long time ago. Yep, and we have Imp of Sorrow, which is the Page of Cups energy. Page of Cups can be a very immature person, somebody who just doesn't have what it takes. They just give you crumbs. Maybe you give them the world and they just return with crumbs. Maybe they don't even return with anything at all. Maybe what they say, they just really don't even mean. At the end of the day, the tears that they cry or the things that they say, or perhaps even the energy that they put forward, it's just basically baloney. So we are no longer holding on to illusions. We're no longer holding on to people that just can't meet us where we're at emotionally. They can't show up for us in the way that we deserve. We're setting it free. We're letting it go. That's what it is. All right, let's move forward into the next set of messages. We have Wreath Victory. I love this because I looked at what a wreath means. A wreath actually stands for victory. People would put wreaths on their doors as a sign of basically, I think it's like a unity that's like around the holidays. But what a wreath really symbolizes is victory. That's why in 6 of Wands, you guys, in traditional Rider-Waite cards, you'll actually see the guy with the wreaths on his wand as he is victoriously moving forward in that parade. So maybe we are becoming victorious over something. We're no longer going to allow somebody to have victory over us. We're dealing with that in some sort of way. We have skilled, talented, and controlled. This is beautiful because this tells me that we've worked on this. We've worked on this aspect of ourselves. It's been difficult and it's been hard, but you know what? Our hard work is paying off. We've controlled ourselves. We've controlled our energy. It took some skill and maybe even some talent on our part to do something, but we steadily hung in there, and now we are reaping the rewards. So we're now able to kind of reap the benefits and rewards in 2021. We are victoriously leaving something behind, and we are going towards greener pastures. Yep, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is something was counterfeit. Wasn't for me. It was bull. It was just not what I thought it was. It was completely counterfeit. It was fake. It wasn't real. Somebody lied, somebody cheated, somebody tried to pull the wool over your eyes. Somebody just basically was fake as, hell. You guys know what I want to say. And that right there is something that's not going to work for you. So you have victoriously, in a way, beat this energy. You have found something out. You are walking away. The wool can no longer be pulled over your eyes. You now have enough skill to know or to see the writing on the wall. You're done with BS, is what I'm saying. So that is very interesting energy. What else? Oh yeah, compass. Okay, so this is the thing, you guys. Sometimes the direction, like either the intuitive hunches that we get or the signs that we see, they actually lead us to a certain destination where when we get there, we're like, wait a second, I thought this is where I was meant to be. In a way, yes, everything that happens to you is meant to happen for you. But there's certain things that happen on that journey where you're like, something feels off, something doesn't feel right. That's your insides and your higher self telling you that something is off kilter here. You're off course. Something isn't quite matching up. Something just isn't right for you. So you're paying attention to that. It could be that you have ignored your intuition in the past in 2020. You have ignored all of those gut instincts, those things that you were just like, I just knew that I just probably shouldn't have gone down that road, but I did it anyways. Maybe you did it for the lesson. Now you're wiser for it. So you don't have to beat yourself up for it. But that inner compass is designed to tell us when something is off course or something is off. So maybe we are going to perhaps pay attention, a little bit more attention to that inner gut that has been guiding us the entire time. Oh yeah. Woo! Because something was just straight up poison. Something was like freaking cyanide. It was really unnecessary. It was bitter. Maybe somebody did something in poor taste. Maybe something happened and it pushed you to now, or in the past you reacted in a certain way and now you almost feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just beating myself up that I acted this way. I'm beating myself up and I want to just cringe when I think about how I reacted in that situation. Well, Spirit basically is just telling you it's unnecessary to beat yourself up. It's unnecessary to be bitter about what happened. Something, maybe you and something or you and someone were not a match. And so it's about energy. So if you're trying to push to make something happen, it's really unnecessary to force anything in life, is what Spirit's saying. Now, that doesn't mean that we just have to put our hands up in the air and say, you know what, the universe and God and Spirit's going to take care of me. Yes and no. We do have to co-create with Spirit, okay? But at the same time, if we're pushing and pushing and pushing and we're trying to make something happen and it's just not happening, it's really unnecessary to do that because something is not happening for a reason. Something is not gelling. Something is not flowing for a reason. It usually means because it's not for you. So we're not going to do that. We're going to find it very unnecessary to push against our intuition, to push against our inner compass. Because we know that when we get there, it's going to be bitter. It's just not going to be even what we want in the long run. So we're learning how to correct that behavior from the very beginning instead of having to go down those roads to learn those, I guess, necessary lessons to realize what's necessary for us. Now, I'm seeing on the clock, it's 11:11 right now when I'm recording this. So it's very interesting. You're on track. You might feel like you've been off course, but actually you're right on track because you're on track with the lesson. You're on track with something you needed to learn. 3 of Decay, 3 of Pentacles, submerged. Three of Pentacles, of course, is one of those cards where it's about other people. We're working, we're collaborating with other people, we're working on something. So this tells me here perhaps that maybe you came together with a group of people. This could be a work-related situation. This could be something that you really wanted to work on with someone, but it was just really unnecessary the way that things went with them. Things became submerged. When things become submerged, we can't breathe. We're drowning. There's a lot of things that are also being hidden as well in this card. And you can only see here, the land, but you can't really see this like big monster underneath that's brewing. So this could be that somebody really submerged who they were. Somebody really hid from you who they were. And so you were making assumptions or you were making plans based on a lie, based on counterfeit, which just came up, based on something. And so at the end of the day, it's kind of like it was really unnecessary for this person or the situation to be false or to lie. But for whatever reason, you had to go through this in order to learn something. So it was necessary for your growth. But moving forward, you don't have to go down that road again because now you've learned a thing or two about this type of person. You're going to see the signs. You're going to be able to see it much more clearly when these things or these red flags come up next time. So you have learned something very valuable here, and it might seem like it was just a real poor taste, and you might have some bitter aftertaste after this experience, but it was necessary for your growth and development. Wow. All right. What else? We have match, ignite. We have asylum, mental health disorder, and unstable. And we have the kiss of death. Woo-hoo-hoo. Guess what? What I'm getting here, you guys, is that somebody either handed you the match and you burned it down. You burned a situation down. You sabotaged yourself. You burned it up. Could also be, it's kind of like when somebody hands you the scissor or hands you a knife. It's like that saying, I've seen that quote before. I handed you the knife and you stuck it in my back or something like that. So I'm getting here, it could go either way or a little bit of both. You and someone else were the perfect match to basically clear up and heal something. Like the kiss of death, something needed to end. Some sort of cycle, a toxic behavior, a mental health pattern within you, something that perhaps was unstable or within someone else. You guys were the perfect match to come together to ignite each other's fire, to get to the spot to where you could finally end something once and for all. Now, some of you guys could have felt like you were, like you needed to be in a straitjacket over a situation. You may have felt crazy when dealing with this particular person. You may have felt like death dealing with this person. You may have even fought just feelings of even like just ending your life over this person or the situation. But what I'm getting here is that this situation brought you to your knees for a reason, because it's exactly what you needed in order to transform and in order to get to the next step in your healing. It's like you needed to hit rock bottom. You needed to kiss the face of death and get that close before you could realize how much healing you really needed to do. So this person gave you the match and you burned it up, like you burned yourself down. It was the perfect recipe. This person and you were the perfect recipe for this disaster. So I'm getting here that there could have been a karmic lesson, karma period, karma balancing here, karma payback, whatever this is, it was a very valuable lesson, but a painful one. And it might have felt like death, and it might even still feel that way. But realize that this person is so essential in your healing, so essential with you stabilizing your energies now. So don't allow this to kill you. Allow this to make you stronger. And see this person more as a gift and a teacher to you than an enemy. That's just what I'm getting here. So that might be a way for you to be able to transition. Remember, Archangel Azrael is the angel of death. This is what the message is. Allow this energy to be transmuted. And the only way that you can do that is by seeing it in a different way. This person is actually, in a way, saved you from perhaps further going down a particular road, continuing to act in a certain way. Face some healing that maybe you've been putting off. This person, in a way, has helped you. To see it that way, that's how you transmute energy. It no longer has to be toxic. So I hope that that was helpful there. What else? I love this crown. Beautiful honor. We already got victory, 6 of Wands energy coming through for me, which is like crowning yourself, honoring yourself, really feeling like, you know what, I've made it. I've conquered a situation. What hasn't killed me has made me stronger. It's kind of like any of us. If we could get through 2020, we can get through freaking anything. You know? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's definitely what I'm getting here. Body snatchers, aliens, abduction, overpowered. It does seem that we have been overpowered, you know, by a lot of things that have happened in 2020. And aside from that, you could really have felt that you were very overpowered by someone, a person in your life, a situation, circumstances. But I'm telling you right now, give yourself a pat on the back because, baby, you have made it through 2020, okay? And you're only going to be stronger going into 2021. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. I mean, I can because Spirit's amazing like this. Overpowered and overpowered. 9 of Wands. You've hung in there. That's what 9 of Wands is. 9 of Wands is about you have been strong. It's the wounded warrior card. It just means that, geez, you know, you've really hung in there. You have really persevered. That's what 9 of Wands is. It's a card of perseverance, okay? You have not been overpowered. It may have felt that way at some point. It may even still feel that way a little. But the thing is, things can only overpower you if you let them. So you can honor yourself, crown yourself, give yourself a nice pat on the back and say, I survived 2020. I swear, they should make a pin, and they probably already did, or something that says, I survived 2020. So that's a kind of funny, cute little message here. All right. And let's go ahead and we're going to get one last set of message because I wanted this to be about 20 minutes long. We have fairy, magical. Oh my gosh, we have Blood Countess, beautiful, preserved, and youthful. And we have the Emperor, the Iron Fist. I love this because to me, this is a very positive ending here to these messages that have come through. Like an Iron Fist, like an Emperor, like someone who has a crown, a king or a queen. Because I mean, we have a Countess and a king here. To me, this goes both ways. This fairy is very magical. It's about blessings. It's about seeing the magic in life, seeing the magic in the chaos, seeing the magic in just everything. People, the people that you've come across, the people that have touched your lives, you've touched theirs. Whether it's been magic for moments or short-lived magic, whether you're still riding that wave of magic, whatever it is, it's all equally beautiful. Even the negative, even the ugly is beautiful. It's all about the experience. It's all about what we take from those experiences. We can make them tragic, we can make them awful, or we can turn them into something beautiful. We can preserve ourselves. It's kind of like I see this Blood Countess as she is a fountain of youth. You know, she's drinking this blood in order to stay youthful, in order to preserve her life. She has found the recipe or the trick to be able to do this. And so to me, this is telling me at the very end that this is about fighting. It's not about fighting with others, but this is about continuing to be in control of your own life. Be strong, be a fighter, preserve yourself, take care of yourself. This is about masculine and feminine energy to me. This is about a beautiful dance within the masculine and feminine energies within yourself. Having that feminine and having that masculine within you in order to tap into, in order to learn the lessons in your life. This could also be about somebody that you consider to be your masculine or your feminine that is basically helping you to see all of these things in your life. And sometimes these things can come up as very painful, and other times they can come up as very beautiful. But again, it's all in the way that we choose to see it. So we can move forward in 2021 and take all of that magic and all of those things that we experienced in 2020 or previous years And we can move forward in a very beautiful way. We can move forward more balanced than we ever were before. We can be strong, but we can also be passive. We can be receptive and quiet, but we can also speak up when we need to speak up. We can still go after our dreams and make things happen, but we can also kind of sit back and be patient and wait for better timing. We can trust our intuition, but we can also, speak up too. So this to me is a very beautiful balance of what we've learned up until this point. And whoever you've learned this lesson with has been very valuable for you on your journey. And that's what you're basically taking into 2021 with you. You're not taking the poison with you. It's very unnecessary to do that. Take the beautiful lessons. Preserve that. Don't take that dark energy with you. It doesn't belong in 2021. See the magic in all of it instead. So you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Take care. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.